happening? It's your girl Laura, aka Laura the Flower, and today we're here to talk about let's talk about tomorrow. Yes, we're talking about everything and anything that has to do with the future. Unfortunately, my co-host is not here. He's having some mental health issues. So prayers up for him. Anyway, so today we're tackling a phenomenon that's become almost synonymous with youth culture. Did you get that? Phenomenon, synonymous. I mean, the fear of missing out of FOMO. So in an age where social media highlights every event, achievement, adventure, many young people feel an overwhelming pressure to be everywhere and do everything. But how is this constant chase affecting their decision making? Is FOMO pushing youth towards choices they wouldn't normally make? Well, we'll be exploring these questions in very personal stories from those who have felt the pull of FOMO firsthand. But before we get to that, I'm going to do a quick introduction as usual. So from my left, right? Yes, we'll go first.
From your right.
Is this my right?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I always don't know my right from my left, but yeah, from my right.
How do you want to know the right part if you don't know your right from your
What's
left?
your name? Just introduce yourself.
Hi, it's Fine Boy David. Nice to be on the show.
Okay, so after David, we have.
Hi, I'm Bola Ewa.
Oh, Bola, you're very cute. We have Light. Light of the world. Thank you. We have a very special Mr. Cyril over here today. So we're going to start from Mr. Cyril, right? Yes.
I see.
Yeah, my very question goes to you. So I feel like the topic we're talking about today is synonymous with young people, but as a millennial, right? Do you also feel like, oh, see what my mates are doing, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that? Do you have that fear of missing out as well?
Well, let me speak from the end of the answer. Honestly speaking, it felt like deliverance when I came to be at peace with myself. I came to be contented. But I know that as early as when I was it 23 years of age, I had my pulse, like it wasn't normal. Because I felt anything I didn't do at that age. I've become an old person achievement. I wanted to be a young achiever by all means, like I could give the world for it. So I used to be a patient of FOMO. If there was a clinic where they treated people with FOMO, I would have been used. No, but I'm serious. I mean, it got so bad that because we ran a better medicine shop and I knew the signs of some illnesses. So when I started feeling like this deep sharp pain in the middle of my head and not being able to sleep, and then so I knew that something wasn't right with me. In fact, one day, I think it was on Wednesday, I was listening to the radio, local radio, and somebody was preaching. And then some of you, at only 23 years old, you're having high blood pressure.
Straight blood explosive.
I was like, how come, from where? But that's what was happening to me. In fact, I wanted to publish a book of poetry. I wanted to have won a certain prize. There were a lot of big goals I set myself, and I wanted to. Because of course I had read, my own inclination, my own thinking was, I had read some history books and stuff, and I kept on reading up on young achievers. So I wanted to cast myself in that light by all means. Now, I think that somehow that came from me at some point, but then at the beginning, I was febrile. Like if you touch it was as if I had a running temperature. I was running temperature. Psychologically speaking, you feel like I was running temperature. And I wanted to, that thing was always an issue for me. So, yes, of course, I know what it means to have, the fact that my blood pressure was going up tells you that I was really, really in that cesspit of, the funny thing was, it was my own pressure on myself. It wasn't anybody piling that pressure on me. It was my pressure on myself, but I knew that I had it that seriously. I left secondary school. The following year, I started writing a newspaper. Like, I'm talking about real, serious, I was writing a newspaper. So, all my life, it was what I always wanted to be so young or so small and then do something so big beyond myself. So that thing was really, FOMO.
That's very
I've been there.
interesting.
Mm.
Seeing it from your point of view. So, light of the world. I'm going to, from what he said, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you also have this feeling that you're missing out on certain things? Like, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. But is it, do you also have that feeling? Or you're one of those people that don't?
Of course I do. Yeah, Siri said he has outgrown it, or you said you're not there
Yeah,
anymore.
sort of, yes.
Yeah, I'm still there. Oh.
Yes.
It's a very strong feeling anyway, but at some point I just have to like slow down with myself, like, hey girl, calm down. You have to die now. You can't die now. Just chill.
Nice.
Yeah, just calm down. But then I used to have that feeling. I used to have, and I still have it presently.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. So, Bola, can you give me an instance where you have felt like you've been pushing yourself, like putting yourself under pressure, and you suddenly realize that, oh wait, why am I even like wanting to do everything and anything? Like, why am I putting myself under this pressure?
Yeah, most people my age are involving in different stuffs that are flashing money online stuff. So youths always have that constant urge to want to make money fast. So I feel like I've had that urge also.
Feel like you've had the urge.
Or I have that urge also.
So, David, you still have the urge.
I'm living in the urge.
Oh wow.
Finding and dying
So,
in.
we're going to like circle back to you. Since you said you have overcome that, can I ask what works for you? How did you like get over
So, no, the thing is, I don't know if I'm using the right terms, but I'm an avid reader. I think these days I've sort of transitioned a bit more to YouTube. But for me, it's all about learning. I think that information is one thing. I mean, I can share here what helped me. And you could just be information, but knowledge actually leads to an epiphany of sorts. Deliverance, like I said. Knowledge gives us power.
Yeah.
So I think I came to an understanding that it's not say what to do with it, but that we all have our timetables in life, and that it is steady work that brings success, not necessarily some quick work, it's like bread when making bread. So a loaf of bread could cost 10,000, another loaf of bread could cost as well as 500 naira. It depends on the ingredients that have been put into it. So, but I realized that my own life was on its own unique trajectory. I didn't need to compare myself with others one, and that because of the kind of, I mean, when I look at average and those who look like they've done what I want to do, so I now understand that there's a common pattern of trajectory, that some good things do take time. Yes, they want to, and then like I said, everybody has a timetable. So those two things, I didn't just get transformation; they became something of a working template for me. One that there's that to my life. I won't just wake up and yes, yeah, and then secondly, at its own right time, when everything has been added, it will work. There are some things that somehow so for example, somebody is, let's say, a governor of a state, and you only see him giving speeches, and as a young person you're thinking that on the strength of those mistakes making in this state, that maybe because you can speak, but governorship or being a leader is not just by making speeches. There are things you don't see, there are things you don't know. So when you realize that, it means that there's a lot more that goes into being a leader than just talking or dressing up for it. Okay, so you need to look at what are the core ingredients that are necessary to make that thing you're looking for work, and begin to apply them to yourself. So with that, I mean, it could take some time, but you are sure that because you're doing what you want to do at that time, when the right time comes, the thing you're pursuing wouldn't elude you. I think those things sort of help me. Again, I'll recap it. Everybody has their own unique timetable, and secondly, that the thing you're looking for, there are ingredients that are necessary to make it strong. But when youth service, we lived in a family house, so different characters. They now told us that consider all the sisters in this house as your life. and consider all the brothers in this house as your husband. All the character traits that you see that you repulse, relate to them and say they were your wife. It wasn't easy processing that thing. But you realize that all of these exposures were necessary to build you. So people say, no, I can't stay in this place. I need money to direct my own house. Of course, if you rented it at night, it's fine. But there are some lessons that you could have also learned from that sort of place that you may never get anywhere else. And if your tolerance level hasn't particularly been stretched, there is a place where it will be required and you may fail. So that's sort of the things that are needed to build a quality destiny, and that we all have a unique timetable. That was what we did.
Okay, so back to you.
What was the question?
It's a very simple question. So the
Mhm.
question is like, what are those things that probably makes you feel like you're missing out? Just say money.
Money is the one thing. I'm not going to not say
I know
money.
you're going to say money, but like, aside money, I know money is, everybody says, oh, money, everybody's making money, you're not making money. But like, what are those things that probably you pick up your phone and like, next thing you start feeling bad? And you have this sudden wave of sadness. You could be happy and you just open your suit and like this just one thing, you just, God, this is my life.
I used to have that in school. Not anymore. Academically, I'm up to date. Before I'm 25, I plan on having 2 masters. I should be already, of course. Why are you laughing? I should finish my PhD already. I want to Dr. David. That sounds wonderful. And the only thing I can say that is giving me pressure now is that my mates have car. I've seen this in the what's that? I've seen this at the level. No. There's no rest. So I put in a lot of work, sleepless nights.
So you want a car?
Why not?
When?
Now. No. December gifts.
So, what puts you other pressure, like material things?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a very interesting point.
Dimension to the conversation.
I swear. we
I like the fact that it's open.
Yeah, but that's also one of the things, because basically almost everything still kind of circles back to
Of course,
material
yes.
things.
We want to live that comfortable like
Yeah.
that. I like
Yes.
of luxury, have everything we want. So
Okay, that's very good. So now that we're here, you've heard what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to try to not put yourself under pressure, right?
I'm going to put myself under pressure.
Do you know, yesterday was World Mental Health Day.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was on
On
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday was World Mental Health Day.
David is dealing with vocal health, not mental health. So don't blackmail people.
No, it's that David.
Okay, so like I'm just like, since we're here, because when you put yourself under pressure also, it has to do with your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically why we're talking about this topic today. So like not put yourself like
Under that stress.
under that, because really when you feel like you're missing out on things, the reality is that you're actually not missing out on things. No, okay, let me give you an instance. Like if I open my phone and I see people like going to this particular thing that everybody's talking about, everybody's buzzing about it. Before I got an iPhone, I always thought like, I always wanted to, I'm going to get an iPhone, I want to get an iPhone. And when my uncle got it for me, for like 2 weeks, I was just like, okay, why was I like,
Yeah.
what?
Raving about it.
Do you understand? Because I really wanted to get it. And when I did, I was like, okay, I don't really know why I spent so much time fantasizing, dreaming, wanting this phone. Because now that it's here, it's really not.
You just said someone got it for you. Right.
she said her uncle.
Calm down
It's not
now.
a problem.
You said someone got it for you.
Yes. Does it change anything?
It changes if you get it yourself.
I don't think that's
It changes if you get it yourself.
okay. Well,
Because you begin to see yourself as
the
someone
idea,
capable
like
of
what
that.
I'm trying to say is
Mhm.
like the topic we're talking about, the fear of missing out. Because you enter the group chats, people be like Android user, so that time Twitter used to do Twitter for Android,
Twitter for iPhone.
Like everybody was just, like there's this, you just feel like, oh, I don't have an iPhone, what am I going to do in my life as a young person? You know, Mr. Cyril, I don't understand, but you see the way they've been saying it. People are using 15, you see using 11. It's a big deal. You understand? And people really go through so much. People go to extremes to actually get these phones and stuff like that. But then I'm just like trying to say that eventually when you get it, like that feeling.
Because at the time, you won't be better. I got to my point. I try having that.
I should have it. And then you realize that, oh, there's really nothing in this phone. It's really just the phone. It's just
Well, let me have it. Let me have it. That's what's more for discussion.
I even think that one question that people should share would be to ask, what in your present state or condition would be that life that you're looking for now? What would it be like for you if all those boxes could be ticked? What would be those things? 3 things, 10 things. What would be it for you now?
Okay.
I don't know whether like as a question as a light of the world. Let her tell us. Yes.
We'll start.
Like, what would it be for you now if you were to land? What would it be for you now?
My dream is so big. I've always visioned this very big fashion studio. A very big one. I want to have a space where you can come in, do photo shoots, video shoots, create space for content and creators. Come in there, take your, and then I want to have a space for a makeup artist. Come in, look nice, dress nice. Let me dress you up. Let me touch you up. I don't want to make life better, make life easier, make you look good. You like, but then this is what it is. We are seeing. We'll get there. It's a matter of time. But then I've always visioned that for myself.
That's a very useful. So we take one more one and we wrap it up.
What I want to do?
No, now.
You
heard what I said.
This man is not.
Are you sure? You can say car and have 50.
If he lands now, your problem is
You know.
Okay, just
if I'm able to get a 15 for myself, that means, do you know how much a 15 is?
How much is
2 point something.
Okay, you're right. Because I want to have that. When you have a phone of 2 point something million,
I'm going to equally have. I'm going to have it for you.
2.5 million in your hand. Without how much
going
is
to
going to be
equally have that amount to my
account?
calm down now. I'm going to equally have that amount to my account.
I've had so much money for him to bring
It's a lie. You didn't have 2.5 million now. Don't go and buy food.
No. See. I have the money to scale up to a 13.
Okay.
Guys, I have the same amount. This phone is in my account.
Okay.
And that's how it worked for me. Was like I have that amount and I double it. Then I can get the phone. If I can get
so why
4,
did you get 13 instead of?
if I can get, it's 15 I'm aiming for. If I can get 4,
yes.
If I can get 4,
what I'm saying is, you want to own a phone of 2.5 million with what in your bank account?
The only reason why,
that money.
the only reason why I'm still using 911 is because I'm saying I can only earn $100 at most, $100 a week. It's something I can scale up if I have time. It's time I don't have. What I'm aiming for is 500 a week.
Okay,
that's 2K a month.
You're doing that. What is that thing that would come to you now?
I don't think there will be something that will come and I'll be like, I've arrived, because I'll keep pushing forward. When I get to the mountain, the further the mountain.
Start from somewhere, but boy. Start from somewhere.
Now you still earn $500 a week.
Me,
you carry me.
just being financially stable. Like my need to change.
Benchmark. Listen to myself.
So what do you want to do that will make you financially stable?
Learning other stuff
like
that would not involve a 9-to-5 job. Like crypto, online stuff, graphic design.
You know, I can't even imagine myself when I was in dollar shoes talking money.
Sir, please.
You cannot compare them to this present age.
Don't compare them to this present age. Then your height will be very black, but now eyes are very black. Yes, now I'm telling you the truth.
Then you say get your first class, I get a 9-to-5 job. That was big. It's 90s.
Well, I mean, this is just a caveat to what Bola was saying. I still feel like values are universal because as we go, there are people in our time too. They look like the outliers anyway.
Okay.
They would come in and are talking about the price of land or price of, and you're wondering, say, these guys, we're in school, you're talking all these things. Anyways, it was their time, or it was when the life had come to them. But I still feel that the older we grew, our priorities sort of mutate. But, no, then to David, one time, my first job, I started saving money. And I saved, I think, about up to $500,000. I mean, this was 2013, 14. She was a lot of money back then. Now, I missed out on what I should have used the money for, because normally, before you make certain financial transactions, looking back now, you need a financial advisor or someone who's into financial intelligence to tell you that with what you have, this is what you want. And you shouldn't spend so and so money on expendable things and stuff like that. So, maybe I would have invested, I would have done different things. You know what I did with the money?
What?
I withdrew it and bought a tab that I could use pen to the writing on the face of it.
David is about to go to that part.
I could use that.
David is about to go to that part.
I want to now ask the question.
Let him learn.
My finger to write on the screen and the text will be entering into the stuff. And it was my phone. So it was awkward because it was a 12-incher. So when I wanted to make us, I would lift it up. I mean, like you can't make
imagine. Imagine.
I hate tablets for that.
I now also bought an earpiece. Like so earpiece 5,000. Relative to that time, relative to what I was my earning, it was quite. It was good money. I mean, 5,000 for 2 weeks.
Then
yes, now 2014. It was a lot of money. So, but I did that, and after I were at the time, one day the time just fell. Then they said I needed to change the panel, and the money to change the panel was more than the money I used to get the tablet. That was close. As an No, wait, I'm coming. Now, what they would have told me, right? What I should have done was that such money should have been an investment.
Of course.
So that I'm using it to do stuff that will be earning. Because that's a lot of money to use to buy one,
That's one thing.
So that's what I said, laws like that are universal. Maybe you grew up later to realize it. But for me, it's what I would be doing now. Like what is for me now? It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. But some actually time dependent, right? So there's some things I can't do until end of next year. But
you have it in mind. You're planning towards it.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's how it is. We take it possible.
Of course.
Okay, so for me, I think I don't know if I say this, it's going to sound very funny. But yeah, it's going to be when I eventually get photographed by Getty Images. When Getty Images stops you, that you're a global superstar.
You get it. Don't worry.
Anyway, so,
I'm right with you.
Yes, this is where we get to call it a day on this week's Let's Talk About Tomorrow. I think one thing that changed for me, I don't actually put myself under a lot of pressure because I listened to this actor one time. He was giving a TED talk and he said, I see young people, they want to be stars like me, they want to get to my level of acting, they want to be big like me. But he now said, but I did not start today. I've been working over the years. I've been putting in the work. So that has been something that's working for me. I just don't wake up one morning and want to be like Classy Singer because she's been working like so many years before me. So one step at a time, don't feel like you're missing out. It's a journey. And eventually get to the destination.
Get there.
Until next time, have a lovely afternoon.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.